one round. Because the enemy is fighting you at a high speed. You can't keep up the pace with him. And so what you do is you retreat. Oh, let me talk about y'all retreaters.
Yeah.
Let me talk about you runners. Let me talk about y'all hiders. Let me tell you something. You are sitting under the wrong person if that's your ministry. That ain't my ministry. I don't rock with punks like that. I just don't do it. If you riding with me, we squabs.
Come on. Come on.
We fight. That's just what we do.
Let's go.
I'm a fighter. Okay? We just fight. So, you really can't hear nothing I'm talking to you about because it's above your pay grade. Because you're a retreater. So to you, it's like, why are you talking about fight? I am not fit to be fighting. I get it. Ask yourself this. Why would God promise me the land if he didn't intend for me to have it?
Come on.
Yeah.
Listen. Why would he promise me the land if he didn't intend for me to have it?
That's right.
God ain't like us. God ain't gonna throw some wiggle something in your face and then take it back. And then can I tell you something that's real trivial, but I'm gonna help you out. There's nothing you can do to kill the promise that's on your life.
Yeah.
That's right.
Come on.
There's something you can do to delay it.
Yeah.
But ain't nothing you can do to kill it.
Yeah.
That's right.
The only way it'll ever die is if you continue to delay it. Doesn't mean that he pulled it away. You just didn't want to walk towards it.
Yeah.
That's right.
You didn't listen. Guess what? He told the children of Israel, I'm going to give you this land flowing with milk and honey. But then he said this, I'm giving it to you to possess it.
Yep.
You're not going to take it.
Yeah. That's it.
He said, I'm giving it to you so that you can possess it. Not so you can walk by the land and be like, oh, okay, God, appreciate it. No, he said, I'm going to give it to you, and even when I give it to you, I expect you to possess it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Y'all follow me?
Yes.
Y'all should be screaming.
Woo!
Listen, he said, I'm going to give it to you. But when I give it to you, I expect you to possess it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you, right? Okay, I'm going to give it to you. But even when I give it to you, I expect you to possess it.
Yeah.
Which means what I gave you
Accept
needs to
it.
always
Take
be in your possession.
Yeah.
All right. So fighter. My fighter decided he would come to church. And that was cool because he realized that if I'm going to fight, I need somebody to train me, to tell me a little something here and there, because this is going to be 12 long rounds.
Come on.
So he decides, I'm at least going to go to rooftop. Heard that they had this big fat black dude that can really preach good. He's kind of cool. I'm going to check him out. So he comes, he decides, I like it. I'm getting fed there, so I'm going to continue to go. What that does for my fighter is it at least puts his guard up.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay? So before my fighter came to church, his guard was down. When he decided that he would continue to come to church, his guard went up. But this is still not a good fighter.
No.
Because it makes no sense for him to stand in front of the enemy with his guard up.
Right.
I still got plenty of places I can hit him.
Right.
So now what happens is just because you come to church, you think it equips you to fight. It didn't. All it did was raise your guard up.
That's right. Come on.
And so now you walk away like, man, I didn't know I was going to be dealing with all of this. Well, what am I supposed to do now? And so you go through your life with your guard up. And every time you take a punch, it puzzles you because your guard's up. How is he hitting me? But when you come and you learn how to worship, then he gives you a few weaving techniques. So now my fighter is armed with his guards, and now he knows how to duck and dodge the enemy a few times.
That's right.
Yeah.
But he's still not a good fighter,
Yeah.
because now it just looks like he's running from the enemy.
Yeah.
See, sometimes the enemy has you tricked because all you see is your guard up and that you know how to weave. So the wrong person look at you and say, all he knows how to do is run, duck, and dodge and hide the enemy. But all you're saying is, that's okay, I'm just in training. I'm just training right now. So what happens is you keep coming and you hear about something called worship.
Yeah.
So when you get into the presence of God and you begin to lift your hands, you learn how to throw a punch.
Amen.
Yeah.
Now, when you learn how to throw one punch, it still doesn't make you a good fighter.
No.
It makes you one-dimensional.
Yeah.
So what has to happen is you learn about some praising God. It gives you another punch to throw. So now you are equipped with 2 punches. All right, so now I got a good fighter who can hold his guard up, who knows how to weave, and he got 2 punches to throw. This is where we stop.
That's right. Yeah. Yep.
Because we think, okay, I got a little something.
All right.
I can throw my guard up. I can weave a little bit. And I know 2 good punches. I could worship and I could praise. But not realizing that Wednesday night is the easiest time for you to worship.
Right.
So when you're away from the church, sometimes you can't throw the worship punch. You can't throw the
Wow.
praise punch.
Yeah.
Because you're not always in a position to worship and praise God.
Yeah.
So then you got to learn how to pray more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen.
When you learn how to pray more, he gives you a combo.
That's right.
Boom. So now I have my worship, I have my praise, and I have my prayer life. Now, if I can't worship, if I can't praise, I'm at least hit him with this combo called my prayer life.
Yeah.
But then sometimes life gets a little hard and my prayer life trips out. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to be praying because God ain't answering my prayers. So I'm just going to stop praying and I'm just going to complain and I'm going to complain and I'm going to complain. But then you get introduced to this little book called the Bible.
Yes.
And when I don't know what to pray from me, I pray from him.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
When I
Good.
can't pray, his word will
Yeah.
teach me some things that I can say.
Yeah.
So then I begin to learn a few scriptures, and every time I learn a scripture, it gives me
Yeah.
a whole new punch.
Yeah.
Right.
So I learned, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I learned John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. It gives me a whole new punch.
Amen.
I learned that God is a spirit,
Yes.
and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. It gives me a whole new punch.
Amen.
So now I have a punch of worship, a punch of praise, a combination of prayer, and then I got some scriptures. So now when you see me, I'm not standing in the ring with my guard up.
Yeah.
I'm standing in the ring with my guard up, armed with some defense, and now I can launch my own attack because I've learned what it takes to fight.
Yeah. Woo.
Now hear me tonight. The fight is on.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And the enemy is not going to stop just because you say I'm saved.
Yeah.
Right.
The enemy is not going to stop just because you came to Rooftop.
Right.
The enemy ain't going to stop because you get a little, I felt something tonight. That don't mean nothing to the enemy. What's going to happen is the moment in which you feel like you don't have nothing else, the enemy is going to launch an attack on you
Yeah.
like never before.
Right.
Right.
And if you don't know how to worship, if you don't know how to praise, if you don't have no prayer life, if you ain't got no word in you, it's a wrap.
Yes, it it is. So it's true.